All right, so I just grabbed I don't have my cushion, so I just grabbed two pillows off the sofa downstairs. So if you don't do it, I highly encourage you to sit on something. Welcome. Inhale. I invite you to close your eyes and just be present right here, right now. Congratulate yourself for getting up. I won't gloat that I got an extra hour of sleep since it's 7:45 here. Shoulders down, shoulder blades back. Neck is long. Bring your awareness to your breath. Notice what happens as you inhale and you extend and expand, and then as you exhale. Really connect, rooting down. All right, this morning let's just drop an ear to one shoulder. Notice what you feel inhaling up, exhaling to the other side. Maybe noticing we did the same thing on Tuesday. Is there a difference? Is it the same? One side versus the other. Just back and forth. Remember, we're not judging, we're just gathering information. If you're really sore, maybe you want to repeat this in a little mini break later on today. All right, now we're going to hold it. As you do so, concentrate on shoulders down. Notice if your chin is slightly going forward or whether it's slightly back. And maybe just go back and forth a little bit just to gather information. We'll let that chin come down now, circling around slowly. I'm teaching my students this semester online synchronously, so I talk to them about listening to the exterior environment and then the interior environment. And I tell them how my neck talks to me because I can hear all the cracks, and they may not experience that yet because they're so young. All right, maybe you're going to go forward and back, just noticing how it feels, just a little bit. And let that chin come down. And now we'll just do some forward head rolls, very gentle. Now, as you let your head roll, let's really think about, am I relaxing my back? Have I started to round? Are my shoulders coming up? Let's keep them down, heart lifted. Back to center. Hold it here, shoulders down, tuck your chin, and now we'll nod yes. All right, and bring it up. This time arms come up, inhale. Clasp your fingers together, bring them back. Open your elbows back. Perhaps you feel it in your chest. Way back, look up. And now we'll go forward, and I'm going to bring my elbows forward and put a gentle pressure on my head. So just enhancing that stretch. And I'm going to lift up, elbows go out, open up, and I'm going to press my head into my hands. As I look up, opening my heart, opening the front of my shoulders. As you exhale, elbows come in and down. Very gentle pressure. Now you're pressing with your hands. Now press with your head against your hands. Notice it increases the intensity. Relax, elbows out, come on up. Pressing your head back. Good, come back up, look forward, smile. And now we'll just look to our right. Gently come through center as you inhale. Look to the left. I see a soccer goal, various Barbies, parts of Barbies, some hockey equipment too, Legos. Trying to get that, if you're going to the right, your right elbow back, and now your left elbow back. So I can't pull, so I'm having to use the strength, the energy is coming from my torso, and come back to center. All right, let's go side. Inhale, center, side. Trying to keep the elbows, not letting it go forward or back, just directly opposed, one from the other. Lateral flexion. So each morning I try to take our spine in all the directions that goes. And back to center and release the arms. Roll the shoulders. And forward. All right, and let's take the hands forward and just rotate the wrists. Both directions. And now take one hand and we're going to gently pull the fingers back while the arm is straight. Drop it, bring it back again. One more time. Release, we'll do the other side. Press like you're saying stop. Shoulders relaxed as you do this. Drop it, press, drop it, press. And now spirit fingers. Make a fist tight and then, I don't know what you call this, starburst. Good, rotate the wrists one more time. All right, so we're gonna remove the cushion, widen your feet a little bit wider than your hips, lean back on your hands, lift your heart, and this is where we do our hip mobility. Notice when you start, tight, and then just with a couple repetitions, you probably can get a little closer. And if your inside knee is hitting the foot, take your feet wider. There you go. Just notice especially that inside knee, is it getting closer? Well, the outside knee too. All right, we're gonna hold it. Lift up tall. Lift up tall, extend. And now we're gonna put our hands on either side of the knee, pretty wide, inhale. And now we're gonna exhale, keeping that length in the spine and come down. Press up, lengthen, look forward, exhale down. Lift up. This time we're gonna hold it down. So here, this is our sort of our pigeon. So I'm opening through the hip rotators. And if you have space and you want to extend that back leg back, you can. And you can also shift over. So with this position, your knee is not at risk. So I like this position for our pigeon. All right, we're going to push up. And then I'm going to take both hands and this time I will push. Normally I don't like to push. I'm going to look over my shoulder, take my back leg is left, my left hand goes back, and I'm twisting. As you exhale, come around. Now I'm doing the opposite. My left hand goes across my right thigh, and I'm going to twist, pushing with my hands, energetically taking that right shoulder back, and look where you want your torso to go. As you press your left knee and left foot and left hip down. Release, hands come back, and now we go back and forth. I'm just luxuriating in all this room I have. All right, so both knees are down. We're going to rotate, turn, face towards this thigh, the other thigh. Reach up tall. Inhale, exhale down. Press up. Exhale down. Press up. And down. And up. This time we're going to hold it down. So try to keep your opposite shoulders square, your chest square to that knee, and come down as far as you can. Remember, lengthening and not rounding. All the while breathing. Maybe extending that back leg back a little if you choose to. Inhale up. I'm going to reach back, connect my hands to the floor, rotate. It's important that I lift up tall, inhale, and then rotate. I'm twisting, and the work is coming from my torso as I press my right shoulder back and my left shoulder forward. As I lift my heart, remember to breathe. Twists are very good for your gut, for digestion. And now, I'm crossing my right hand over my left knee, planting, getting connected to the ground, lifting up tall, and now twisting. Energetically, press your hands into the ground. Feel your torso working. Turning your head, gazing in the direction you want to turn to. And bring it back. Good. Okay, let's go to our back. All right. Sometimes I cringe when yoga teachers say that shoulders down. We're going to start with some bridges that twist, flush out toxins, because that's not really the way it works. But it does get things moving. You are compressing your digestive organs, and that's good to get things moving. Pressing down with your feet, pressing down with your shoulders and upper arms. We're going to lift the hips, draw the shoulder blades together. That's primarily the role of your liver, right? We know that. Breathe. All right, so if this pose is a challenge to you, I'm going to invite you to slowly come down. Do your pelvic tilt, lower back down, and then press up again. If you're feeling confident in yourself today, then we're going to move our feet just a little bit closer together, and then we're going to extend one leg and then bring it down. Extend the other leg and bring it down. Keep pressing your hips up so you have an option. Please don't do this if your back is hurting. If it's uncomfortable, the bridge by itself is a wonderful exercise. We'll do 2 more each leg if you're doing this variation. Remember not to turn your head. All right. Gently upper, lower, middle back down, And now we're going to pull the knees into the chest. So we're stretching what we were just contracting. All right, let's extend our legs, extend our hands, and we'll do a little dead bug action. So let's do right leg, left arm first. Let them come down. Remember to soften the knee, especially if this is challenging. You want to keep your low back pressed into the ground for the entire length of the exercise. So your abdominals are contracting to lend stability as we move our limbs. Remember your breath. One more each side. Good. Reach up. Lift up your upper body. Reach, reach, reach. And lift up. Release an inch. Lift up an inch. Release an inch. Lift up and release. Lift up, release. So we're pressing our middle back into the ground as we lift, trying to get our shoulder blades up off the ground. You probably won't be able to, and that's okay, but it's the effort, and that's contracting those muscles. One more time. All right, now bring the knees back in. Good. As much as you can, bring your knees together, touching, and pull in. Release. Now take your knees apart and pull in and rock gently. Okay. All right, we're gonna put both feet on the ground. I'm gonna cross my left over my right, and I'm gonna pull them in. Now my hands are going to go out in a T, and I'm going to take them to the right side. Very gently. Listen to your body. Try not to let this left shoulder come up. Breathe. All right, so using the strength of your core, lift these knees up, bring it back up into the chest, and now they go to the left without changing your legs. So if you have to release them down farther away from your torso, that's fine. Just do the best you can. Notice where you feel it. So typical in your hip, the side of your thigh, your low back, but I'm also feeling it in my right arm and in my chest a little. Try to relax into it, breathe. And we'll bring it back up to center. Good, both feet down. Now we'll let the knees go out to the side. Just breathe for a moment. Maybe put your arms in cactus. All right, knees back together. This time crossing right over left, pulling in. Just do the opposite of what you did last time. All right, pulling in. Might feel a little pinch in your hip flexor, so just ease off a little if you do. All right. Now I'm wondering if I'm doing the same legs. I think this is different. Okay, now we're going to the left first this time. So gently take them left. I can't remember. Deep, complete breath. And now we'll gently bring them up. And take it over to the right. This is where having a block underneath your knees for support would be really nice. Deep, complete breath. And gently bring it back to center. Unravel. And let's extend the legs. Reach, reach, reach. So we've done a lot of flexion of our trunk. So we're going to roll over and do extension. So we're just going to roll right on over. Move your hips back and forth just to release through your low back. And we're going to bend the right leg and then the left. And if you can, put your forehead on the ground. Go ahead and dorsiflex the ankle so you get that stretch in your calf. All right. So I'm going to lift my right leg and take it over and towards the ground on the other side. And release it. Lift the left leg as the knee is bent and take it around. So this is our scorpion move. Just keep going on your own. Bend, lift the knee. Doesn't matter how far back you go. Bend, lift, open up. Always use caution if you have back issues. It's very important we strengthen our posterior muscles. All right, release it. Okay, so now we're going to come up to our Sphinx position so that our elbows are directly underneath our shoulders. And let's just find extension. So we're going to press through our forearms, lift our heart, and pull. So it's as if I was doing an army crawl and I wanted to advance forward. I'm going to bring my elbows a little closer to center. And now I'm going to bend and try to touch. Try to touch. Just back and forth. Go nice and slow. It's fine if you don't touch. You're just reaching back, opening through the heart. And if you want to, you can hold it. I'm not going to. If you can hold your toes or your ankle, breathe. And if you feel comfortable doing it, kick back a little bit and that'll open your heart. And release. Now we'll do the other side. My back doesn't want me to do this, so. Kick back if you wish. And release. Okay. Little windshield wiper action here. You can take your knees apart a little bit and allow the release. We are moving through those muscles and lengthening the ones that we were just contracting for that last movement. All right. Legs back to neutral, to center. Hands come up under here. Pull the belly in. We're going to come up to our knees, but we're trying to bring the belly up at the same time as our chest. Same thing down. Practicing those push-ups from your toes or from your knees. And up and back. Knees apart a little bit, shifting and relaxing the head down. Finding your child's pose. Maybe shifting a little bit. If you want, press down with your hands to activate the shoulder area more. We're going to pick the head up, walk over to the side, to the right side. And I'm going to look forward, crawl my fingers forward more, and then sink down. Press my hips to the left and breathe. So lateral flexion of the thoracic vertebrae. Remember, the breath is just as important as the movement we're doing. Picking your head up, walking through center, over to the other side. Go a little farther than you think you can go. And then descend down with your arms, your head, your torso. Once you're set, you can press your hips away. Now really focus on your breath. Gently bring it back to center. And we'll shift back onto our hips, seated position. All right, one last breath together. Arms come up. Exhale down. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. See you on Tuesday.